Hello everyone and welcome to PTA 200. This is patient mobility class. This class is very exciting because once again I get to teach you the foundational skills of a PTA, especially inpatient skills. So we'll cover patient mobility, body mechanics, bed mobility, transfers, different types of transfers like slide board transfers, Hoyer transfers. We go over gait training, assistive devices. We talk a little bit about ICU. We go over aerobic conditioning and some stretching and manual resistance. So a lot to cover in this class. The lecture portion will run the entire semester, and we have our 3 lab weekends. So if you've made it to this video, you are doing great. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the class and what you need to know. This is our homepage. And what's nice about our class and my modules, they're set up very student friendly, and each module has the same exact workflow. So where I always suggest you start is getting to know your class. This is just a great overview of exactly what to expect in this class, which I'll be going over in this video. Obviously, we always start with the syllabus and the schedule. Get those weekend days down in your calendar and make sure you have those blocked off. And then make sure to check out your syllabus to get to know the grading policy and what I expect in this course. So like I said, each module is set up very much the same, which is nice for you all because this will give you a really kind of regular routine in this class. So Introduction to PTA 200 module, this just has your important stuff like getting to know your course, your schedule, which is going to be important, open lab signups. So Friday, remember, we have open labs for those of you that are in town that want to practice their skills. That runs from about 8 a.m. to 11, and it's just free lab time for you to go in there, use the equipment, and practice with your classmates. So let's get into the modules here. Each module is going to be set up with a module checklist, and this just gives you a quick overview of what you need to do for this module. I have titles here. You can see each week or assignment bunch, I should say, are kind of lumped into topics. So we have our intro to patients, and our vital signs is our first topic, and you have a written assignment. Always do first. The reason I do your written assignment do first, this is my way to get you to go into your book and pull information. So there are specific questions that I want you to answer. You will go into your book, you will find those answers, and you will submit them here. Next, you will always have a discussion board. This is exactly that. It'll have case studies. It'll have questions for you to discuss with your classmates. You are going to want to make sure that you reply to one peer during that discussion board week. And if you do not, you will only receive 50% of your grade for that discussion board. So please make sure you reply and make sure they're thoughtful responses. I will be making sure that I post in the discussion board as well what I think the scenario answer is or the answer to the discussion board. So always make sure you go back and look at those discussion boards because that will be a great opportunity for you to read what I would do in these case scenarios. Next, you'll always have a key concept page for the material of the week. So these are great because this is where I've kind of put where I feel like is the important information for the topic. So I want you to just know anytime you see this recording sign that looks like this, I want you to click on it because this is kind of my way to talk you through the material. I add key information into these audios and things like that. So make sure you go through these. I have videos throughout that explain certain things with more depth. I even show you how to take vital signs here, how I want you to do it for one of your first practicals in this class. Another audio. So just great information in these key concept pages, and this will be important information for you to note for the exams. So going back to our modules here, you're going to see that each topic is set up the same. So let's go to our next topic, which is body mechanics and passive range of motion. You'll see you'll have a written assignment, a discussion board, and then your key concept pages. So each module is set up with each topic, and it'll be very much, excuse me, it'll be very much in the same rhythm for each module. So as we get closer to our first weekend, you'll see that I have some practical assignments, pre-practical assignments. This is actually me showing you before you come in for weekend one exactly what I'm testing you on. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to get an idea of what our first weekend's going to look like. So I highly recommend that you do that. Another thing I want to mention is for your written assignments that are due for each topic, I have the homework answers to that posting after that assignment's due. So make sure that you go back and you look at these homework answers after you've turned in the assignment, so you can make sure that your answers are kind of matching up with my answers that I found in the book. So that's a quick overview of the course. Obviously, if you have any questions, reach out to me always. I'm looking forward to guiding you through patient mobility this semester, and we're going to have a great 3 weekends of learning different transfer techniques and getting our patients up and moving, which is so important in the field of PTA. So looking forward to it. Reach out with any questions, and I'll see you soon.